So for me, because I end work about 3 p.m, right? Sometimes even earlier if my work is done. Then I have like the rest of the afternoon, and plus right now in summertime, the sun only sets at 9 p.m. I have like so much sunshine. I have so much daytime to go and do activities. Like if I want to go hiking or if I want to go like snorkeling. So work-life balance is definitely much better. 大家好，我是涂颖乐，我在新加坡一家教育科技公司工作，但是我的工作地点远到克罗地亚。I used to be in insurance for 4 years after I graduated. I quit in 2018 or 2017. I didn't quit my job to travel or anything like that. Right before I left Singapore to travel, I was married. When the marriage fell apart, I felt that the best way to heal is through travel, especially when I love to travel. I went to Mexico first, then later on I went to Europe. So Croatia only came about like towards the end of last year. I work for a Singapore company called LearnerNet. And basically we're like an education platform provider. My work hours, my boss is pretty good, pretty nice. So he let me work Croatian time from 8 a.m. to about 3 p.m, which is Singapore time about 2 to 9. I found all of the workaway jobs through the website called Workaway. You pay a very small membership fee for 1 year, and you're able to look for a lot of different opportunities. My first job on Workaway was a babysitting job. So I babysat a 5-year-old in England. Then later on I moved to another house where it was a family trying to rebuild a Victorian house. So that house is 150 years old, and there's a lot of reconstruction work to do. There is a lot of maintenance of the house. I stayed with them for about 2.5 months. And then later on, I went to Albania to work in a hostel. So a group of volunteers and I, like about 11 of us, we were in charge of reception, taking care of guests, bring them around, giving them like suggestions on what to do. So yeah, I basically did like workaway jobs for about 7 to 8 months of last year. So right now, I'm a business development manager for my company. One good thing about being overseas is that I'm constantly stimulated. I think for me, it's good that I'm outside of Singapore because I'm constantly like able to speak with people from all over the world as well, and able to see like how other companies do things here in Croatia, for example, in Europe, and I have a lot of like digital nomad friends that I speak to as well. I really like that. I'm growing a lot in terms of helping the company to grow as well. Also, I'm able to learn a lot about myself. My biggest takeaway is the freedom that I have right now. It's much more than when I was back in Singapore. It's not just freedom in terms of like where I can travel to and where I can, go. I enjoyed being away from pressure. I think the pressure of being in Singapore, being away from that kind of societal pressure, right, gives me a lot of freedom to think about like what I really want in life, like what I truly think is very important in life. And then how I deal with like homesick, I just have a lot of video calls with my family, my friends, and I do go back to Singapore once a year to eat all the food and like to meet up with everybody. So yeah, I would say that as long as they can find solutions to their problems and make that very brave step to come out of their comfort zone, this kind of lifestyle can really be very, very freeing.